So I will make sure it's recorded so that you can review it all, because it's a lot. Okay, a lot of information here, but you're gonna love it. Throw any comments in the chat. I won't be able to see the chat as we go through, but afterwards I will answer any questions. Okay.
Okay.
And and I'll pick a winner from the chat to win an immunity rollerball. Okay. So actually, you know what? I'll make it a rollerball of your choice. So like whatever health concern you have, we can customize the rollerball for exactly what you need. Let's do that. Okay. All right. So let's get started. Hopefully you're ready to take some notes and some information. You've got water next to you, stay hydrated. And if you have some essential oils or you've got some samples from me, definitely have them with you. And we will just move right along. Now, why wouldn't it let me do that? All right, I have a very temperamental computer right now. So hopefully this will work. So whenever I do a class, I really think it's helpful when people really focus in on what are your top 3 health concerns. Like, what is it, why did you show up today? What is it that you want to learn about? And usually it is a health concern, maybe something that you're struggling with. And I've been teaching essential oils for the past 7 years. And so these are kind of like the top ones that people come to me for. Okay. Stress, anxiety. I mean, that's usually top at the list. Pain and inflammation, sleep, digestive support, immune support, especially this time of year. Or maybe just a lack of energy or motivation, wishing that you could do more, or feeling overwhelmed. Sometimes that's tied in with stress and anxiety. But let's tap in right away of what you need to know, but kind of write that down of what your biggest concerns are. And with health and wellness, with doTERRA, this is the only essential oils that I talk about, and I'll explain why. But we talk about a wellness lifestyle. Okay. So that's what we teach. That's what we educate. When you are, folded into our community, we continue to educate and support you on what we call a wellness journey. So we're always making sure that oops, where did it just go? Telling you it's temperamental. So it is a wellness journey. So we're making sure that we're covering all of our bases, right? So the foundation of our health and wellness is eating right. Right. That is a total key to feeling your best. And then moving up, it would be exercise, moving your body every single day, getting rest and managing stress, working to be able to reduce that toxic load. So that is, one by one, kind of peeling away the layers in your home of how to have more natural products. Okay. And it's amazing how powerful and effective natural tools are. A lot of times people are like, oh, I like the way oils smell, but I don't know if they can actually really clean my home. And let me tell you, they do, and they do a better job. Informed self-care. So this is really empowering yourself of having those tools right at your fingertips in your home for when anything comes up. Okay. This just means being equipped, being ready. And then proactive medical care. This is just staying up to date on all of your wellness visits. It's so much easier to really focus on staying healthy instead of waiting until you get sick to try to start to work on these issues. Okay. So this is what we teach, and this is going to make it so much just smoother for you as far as we tackle like feeling your best. Okay. So the first thing, I used to always do my classes, and I always talked about our supplement system at the end of the class. And my husband was really the one who stressed, he's like, Kara, this is my favorite product. He's like, don't you ever teach a class without talking about lifelong vitality. In fact, why don't you talk about it in the beginning of your class? And I'm like, actually, you're right. I said, that makes so much sense because this is our foundation, right? When you looked at that whole wellness lifestyle, wellness journey, nutrition is right at the bottom, right? Eating right. And so even as hard as we try to eat all the good things. Maybe you're not even trying. I don't know, but I am trying. And it's impossible to incorporate everything that our body needs to be able to thrive and survive on a daily basis. Okay. So we want to give our body everything that it needs so that we can balance all of the systems in our body. Even if we are eating our fruits and vegetables, the nutritional value of the fruits and vegetables that we're eating today are so much different than what they were years ago, because the soil has just getting just continues to get depleted. Okay, the nutritional value is not the same. And another big change is our produce that we get at the grocery store. A lot of times it's harvested before that fruit is even ripe, and so we're losing a lot of that trend or that nutritional value because it's in transit for such a long time, right? And so we need to find a way to make sure that our body is getting the proper nutrition. So we have a system called Lifelong Vitality. It's a three-step supplement system. Okay, you can see three different bottles there, and so this is designed. It's to be able to cover absolutely everything. Okay, here we have basically 12 servings of your fruits and vegetables. So the Microplex VMZ, this is providing 22 essential vitamins and minerals. This supports normal growth and function and healthy maintenance of your cells. The E Omega, this is your omega 3, 6, and 9. So it's important to be able to have omega 3, 6, and 9s together. And this is going to help with your joint health, cardiovascular, even brain support and immune function. And then the alpha CRS, this is what supports your healthy, like reducing oxidative stress basically out of the body. So we're focusing on antioxidant and DNA protection, your eye, your brain, your nervous system, having more energy throughout the day. In fact, this even has a 30-day money back guarantee. If you don't have more energy during the day, better sleep at night, less aches and pains, and better mood management, you can return the empty bottles after 30 days. Okay. That's how confident we are that we are going to help you feel better naturally. So, this is something that you take twice a day. So, when you first start out, the first 2 weeks, you're going to take one in the morning. Of each, and then one of each at night. Okay. And then you can increase to the full dose after 2 weeks. Then I would do two of each in the morning and two of each at night. And sometimes people say to me, oh my gosh, that's a lot of pills, right? I'm taking 6 of these in the morning, I'm taking 6 at night. And the reason why is because they are 100% metabolized, 100% soluble in our bodies. Okay. A lot of times these one a day vitamins that are on the shelves, they are so hard and so calcified that they just don't even, our body doesn't even have the ability to be able to break that down and for us to be able to absorb the nutrients that that is listed on the bottle. Okay. So this is something that what you see on the bottle is what is going to get 100% absorbed into your system, because it's a complete whole food substance. Okay. Nothing is artificial here in any way. So, and I feel so good from it that my body just literally craves it and looks forward to it. So, and it's something like my husband will do 2 in the morning and he'll just do 1 at night. So you kind of can work and do, there's no right or wrong. It's what's best for you. But a little bit deeper dive. Okay. So the Microplex, again, that has those 22 bioavailable vitamins and minerals. This is helping to support our metabolism and fighting those 3 free radicals that are in our body. The omega 3, 6, and 9s, this is something that is focusing on that heart and that brain health, and even noticing a difference in the joints. So I never talked about my husband this much in class before, but his dad just started taking this system this summer. So he was visiting this summer, and again, Philip is singing the praises. And so he said to his dad, "Why don't you just try it? You know, try it for 30 days." And even within a week, he started to notice that like his joints didn't ache as much as they used to, and everything just started to get better and better. So now he's on month 3, and he's off fishing up in Canada, and he's feeling awesome, feeling great. So this is the first 2. And then the last one is the alpha CRS. This is what really focuses on reducing that oxidative stress out of the body. So I've got to start with that. You guys are my guinea pigs. It's the first time I've started a class talking about lifelong vitality, but I do think that Philip is really right. It is important. It is our foundation. And so I could talk about oils all day long. And if you don't have the right foundation, it's even more difficult for our body to be able to absorb and benefit from those essential oils if it doesn't have that firm foundation. Okay. It would be like building a house and like not putting the walls or the floor in yet, but yet you've moved in the couch and you start to, get the curtains and stuff like that, like, and lay out a rug like that doesn't happen until you have the foundation, right? So that's exactly how this works here. So we're making sure that we have the walls in place and that everything is up and running before we start to bring in kind of like the fun stuff. Okay. Uh, Another thing that goes hand in hand with this is our MetaPower system. So this just came out a year ago. So it hasn't been out for a long time, but it has changed lives in a big way. Okay. There's actually a whole Facebook group dedicated to this with amazing testimonies. And it's people like from all over the world that are posting kind of, what's working for them and their before and after photos, which has been amazing. Anyone who starts on this system, I always tell them, take a picture, especially of your face and your body, your skin before you start. And then throughout, okay, every couple of weeks, maybe first 2 weeks, and then within a month, and kind of move from there. Because you don't have to share it with people if you don't want to, but you'll never believe it, right? And I'll show you some photos. It's amazing. This is a whole class in itself. So if you want to watch the MetaPower class that I taught, I did it online. I can get you a copy of it. But this is really for people who are struggling with a slower metabolism or indigestion, having trouble sleeping at night. Sore joints and muscles, sagging skin, lacking in energy, poor circulation, having those, not necessarily hunger cravings, but more like sugar cravings. Okay. That's what we really want to nip in the bud. And wrinkles, hair loss, all of these things. Okay. So we have an answer for that. And MetaPower, the whole system is broken down into 3 parts. So the first part is the metabolic blend. Okay. This has grapefruit and lemon, peppermint, ginger, and cinnamon in it. And there's 4 different methods of delivery for this. So you can use the oil itself. And I did a whole class just on the oil and like 8 billion ways that you can use the oil. But for me, the biggest way is I'll just do a drop like in my water throughout the day. I also love to dry brush with it. So if you're not familiar with dry brushing, I'll put the MetaPower oil on like a little exfoliating brush and literally brush my skin with it. I also love to use it in massaging problem areas. So this is definitely like my hips and my stomach. And so I'll take this oil and massage, or take it like with some lotion or some just regular carrier oil, and massage it into those problem areas. And it really helps to break up just like that dimply fat. Okay. I don't know. That's just what I had. And so, or and put it in smoothies, put it in your yogurt. You can add it to your tea. Lots of great ways to incorporate it. And then it also comes, so that's the oil, just the oil. And then it also comes as little beadlets. So it's tiny little droplets. And you can just take those kind of like mid-afternoon when you maybe have a sugar craving. That's usually for me right around 3 o'clock is when I feel like I would love a cup of coffee and maybe a donut, right? Or a muffin or a scone or whatever, some little quick energy pick me up. And so this is a great alternative to it. And then you can take these soft gels like right after a meal. For me, that's the best way to curb like that. I don't know if you're like me, but I was so used to having a meal and then having something sweet afterwards, right? Reaching for a brownie or a cookie, just an innocent one little Oreo, but that stuff starts to add up over time. So taking this really curbs those sugar cravings. And what it does is it inhibits fat cell maturation. So in your body, you have X amount of fat cells. So as we gain weight, we aren't getting more fat cells. Actually, our fat cells start to blow up and expand and just get bigger. Okay. So what this does is it's protecting those fat cells from expanding and getting bigger. And so this is a slide that they took before someone was using MetaPower. And then this was 3 months later when they were using the system. And you can see how all of those fat cells have just been shrunken down. Okay. We don't see them anymore. We see a few of them, but it has come in completely minimized. So, and the gum is great. Like for me, I'm not a big gum chewer, but when I work out or if I'm going for a walk or run, whatever, I like to have the gum. Or again, middle of the afternoon, this is a great little pick me up where it really curbs the sugar cravings. So that is the oil itself. And then the other 2 parts to this is the assist. So the assist is what prevents our body from absorbing too many carbohydrates and too much sugar, so that we are avoiding having what's called a glucose spike. Okay, so if you've ever had like a big bowl of spaghetti,
Yeah,
usually
yeah.
after the meal is when you start to feel tired, right? And you feel like you want to go take a nap on the couch. And the reason why is because that heavy amount of carbohydrates and that glucose entering our body causes this big spike in our system, and then it crashes down. And so we really feel that. Not only do we feel tired, but this also releases oxidative stress in the body, causing us to age. And so what this does is it's protecting us again from absorbing too many carbohydrates, too much sugar. Just take this with your biggest meal. Take one a day with whatever meal is your highest carbohydrate or your highest sugary meal. Okay. Most people tend to eat their largest meal in the evening. So just take this with dinner. And definitely helps with preventing again that over absorption of your carbohydrates and sugar. So it's just kind of slowing that down, and so you don't have that sugar spike. And so I feel that that has definitely helped with balancing energy out throughout the day. And then last, the final thing about that is the advantage. And so advantage has collagen in it. I'm sure you've heard about collagen. It is a big buzzword right now. And we were asked for so many years, why doesn't doTERRA have collagen? Why doesn't doTERRA have collagen? And little did we know that, like, for the past 4 years, they have been working on perfecting this. Because, like I said, anytime doTERRA comes out with anything, it is beyond amazing. It's incredible. They've definitely done their research. So this is something unique from any other collagen on the market. Okay. It has 9 different types of collagen. It also has something called NMN. NMN is an energy molecule that helps to protect our DNA integrity. Okay. And it helps with our mitochondria in our body. So we actually start to feel more energy throughout the day. It helps with cognitive function, mental clarity. I can tell you that I've definitely noticed a huge difference in my skin, my hair, my muscle tone. Uh, I would say that I was a person who used to feel kind of like overheated, like I was hot. I had a fan on my nightstand. I would have a fan in our bathroom when I was doing my makeup because I was just hot. Nobody else was hot in the house except for me. And so I'm like, gosh, what is going on? Like this, I just don't think this could be happening to me yet. And so when I started taking the MetaPower, within about 3 weeks, my whole hormonal, like, body temperature was completely regulated. So now I'm my kids are so thankful that they don't have to wear sweatshirts around the house anymore. Like, we're all on the same page. Okay. So, and I'll show you some of my pictures, but the collagen, it's 1 sachet. You take this once a day, just with 4 ounces of cold water. You want to drink it within 15 minutes because it actually has, well, it has a lot of natural ingredients, but it also has chlorophyll in it. And chlorophyll is what is protecting that powerful NMN energy molecule. And so we want to be able to consume that within 15 minutes. So you get 9 different types of marine collagen in here. We have the MetaPower blend in here. Important things like hyaluronic acid and resveratrol are going to be really helpful with anti-aging. I'm sure you've seen those words before. See buckthorn fruit extract, rose apple fruit extract. The liposomal vitamin C actually helps us to absorb more collagen, and it also helps with our immune support, and biotin. So this is me. And that's not underwear. It is a Target swimming suit. Okay. But when I started, you could see the difference, how, it's just, I mean, it's not horrible, but I mean, it's just dimpling, right? And so moving on, month after month, you can start to see the change in the muscle tone. It's much more defined. My pants fit so much better. That is one of the best feelings. Like, all of this right here made a huge change. And then you can see my face. So this was my face, at 7:30 in the morning with no makeup on. And I had no idea, like, you can see like my skin almost looked kind of gray, or kind of green. And you can see these, like, this darkness underneath my eyes before I put my makeup on. And then everything just started to soften up. So there's a definite glow, a definite change, um, in me. So I should do some more updates in that. But that's our foundation. Okay. That's where I really wanted to focus on that nutrition, digestion, and focusing on our metabolism. And now I'm going to kind of cover the whole gamut. Okay. I told you this was a lot to digest in this class, but it will be recorded. Tons of good information here. But what I want you to know is specifically when we're talking about doTERRA oils, okay, and how these are going to be incorporated into your routine. They're natural and safe. Okay. This is for everyone in the home. There's no negative side effects or addictions. Uh, they're simply extracts from plants with amazing side benefits. Okay. So when you're using an oil, we'll list like 15 different ways that you can use that oil. There's never just like one reason to use it. Okay. They have an incredible purity. So doTERRA oils have what's called a certified pure tested grade. And so the bottom of every single bottle has a special code on it. You can go right to the website and put that code in, and it will tell you all the testing results of that one bottle. So they're completely transparent of where their oils are coming from and all of their testing, because there's a lot of junk on the market. Okay. I can tell you probably 80, at least 85% of whatever essential oils you see on the market have been adulterated in some way. Okay. Either a synthetic fragrance has been involved and added so it smells different, or it's been diluted down with what's called a carrier oil. Okay. And so that's what the huge difference is. And that's why doTERRA puts that seal of approval on every single bottle. We also have incredible potency here because we're sourcing our oils from all over the world. And when we source where the plants are actually growing in nature, and where they actually, what's called indigenously, okay, that's where they're growing where they're supposed to be, and we don't have to alter anything. The oil that we extract from those plants, because they're in their happy place, all right, the oils that we're extracting are going to be much more potent. A great example of this to be able to understand the difference in the potency, is when you think about an orange tree. Okay. And an orange tree in Florida is really going to flourish. Okay. Florida is known for having phenomenal orange trees. And so the fruit tastes amazing. If I'm growing an orange tree here in Wisconsin, which I do have an orange tree. It's going to taste okay, but the nutritional value and the flavor is not going to be the same because we're not in the ideal conditions. Okay. We're not getting as much sun. We're not getting as much warmth here for sure. And just the ideal climate, right? And that makes a huge difference. And it's the same way with your essential oils. So right now we're sourcing from like 47 different countries. Okay, so where did my slide go? Oh, here we go. Somehow it's just randomly missing a slide. I apologize, but I know when one's missing. So one that I love to start off with, and if you did get a sample of peppermint from me, you definitely want to get it out because this is a great way, first of all, to make sure that you stay awake for this class. So it's going to be very energizing. You can just put like one drop in your hand, rub it together. You don't even have to put it very close to your hands. You could just kind of rub it here and you can begin to smell it right away. It is one of my favorites. I gotta put some in them. It's so hard for me to talk about an oil and not have it like right in my hand. So I'm just breathing in, giving yourself, 5 to 10 seconds of just taking it in and just feeling what that experience is like. But peppermint is a Swiss Army knife of essential oils. Okay. It is helping you to get into action, getting you motivated. Will also help to naturally cool the body. So if there's ever a rise in temperature, or like for me in the summer, this is a great one to put in a spray bottle and it will help to cool down the body. Peppermint is amazing. Will help with any kind of tension or tightness. So like if you put one drop in your hands and you're just kind of smelling it in and taking it in, because it's really going to help to open up the airways too. You can massage that right into your shoulders and you can feel that instant cooling effect. Will also work with freshening your breath or any kind of digestive issues. Okay. And it helps us to set goals and get clarity. As I move through here and you see an oil and it says ATI. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but A means aromatic, T means topical, and I means internal. So those are all the three ways that you can use peppermint, and we'll talk about those in a minute. But this is a great recipe for, again, when I talked about that afternoon slump, using a drop of wild orange and a drop of peppermint. These are also really great for like when you have trouble getting up and getting motivated and getting out of bed in the morning. You can throw this in a diffuser, or you can be your own diffuser, put wild orange and peppermint together, rub it together, and this is an instant energizer. Okay. I always find it gets a little harder now as summer's over and like it's darker already. It's just crazy how fast that happens. But then it's harder to kind of get motivated and get out of bed, right? So this is a great recipe for just a natural energizer. So know that we know that your oils are safe, right? That's the first thing we talked about. And then your oils are also going to be effective. So when people talk about, well, I mean, we all know essential oils smell good, but do they really work? How do they work with the body? And what I love about them is that they are actually working with our body on a cellular level. Okay. We share 60% of our DNA with plants. So when we're using them, and applying them or diffusing them or adding them to our water, our body sees them as food and fuel and knows how to metabolize them and knows how they can benefit our body the most. Okay. This is a great little diagram to be able to understand this. And this is like biology 101 here, but this is what your cell looks like. It has a nice oily membrane that protects it. Two things that can harm your cell: bacteria and viruses. Okay. Bacteria lives on the outside of the cell, viruses live on the inside of the cell. When you go to the doctor and they tell you you have a bacterial infection, they can usually prescribe something for a bacterial infection. However, what synthetic medication you're taking doesn't know the difference between good bacteria and bad bacteria in your body. So it completely just goes crazy and just kills absolutely everything in your system. Okay. All the good bacteria, all the bad bacteria. And that's why, they say like you have like a weakened immune system after taking an antibiotic, or some people will get a yeast infection, or they recommend, taking a probiotic afterwards to be able to try to help to build up that healthy microflora in the gut, because we just killed it all. We killed everything. Right. But and that it will clear up that bacterial infection, but there's definitely some negative side effects. Okay, we know that. When you have a virus, they basically tell you there's nothing you can do. You have to go home, you have to get plenty of rest, just let nature run its course, right? Feel miserable for a while, drink lots of fluids, rest, all those things. And that's because the prescriptions that they prescribe are water-based synthetics, and they do not have the ability to penetrate this oily membrane where those viruses live. Okay. Your essential oils are going to be different in the fact that they can stop not only the replication of the bad bacteria on the outside of your cell, but they can penetrate that oily membrane because they are an oil. Okay. And the molecules are small enough that they can penetrate that oily membrane and stop the replication of the virus on the inside of your cell. So we're never tricking the body. We're never covering up any issue. We're never masking any issue. We're always getting to the root cause of the problem, and working with our body on a cellular level. Okay. I think that's incredible. So if you want to know how fast they can work and how quickly they can have a big impact on our body, it takes 22 seconds for those oil molecules to reach the brain. And within 2 minutes, they are found in our bloodstream. And within 20 minutes, they will have impacted every cell of the body. Okay. So I find like a lot, especially if my son, he has a pretty sensitive stomach. And so if he has an upset stomach and we put on like some peppermint or digestin on his stomach, it's within about 10 to 15 minutes that he starts to feel relief. And it's so great to have a natural tool right in our home, where he can start to feel better no matter what time of day, right? He can even have it with him. So when we talk about immune support, one of the best oils for this is a combination of 5 essential oils in On Guard. Okay, this is your protective blend. So there is rosemary and eucalyptus in here, wild orange, clove, and cinnamon. So those 5 oils are going to work synergistically to be able to support your immune system. It's great in the diffuser. This is one that's going to eliminate airborne pathogens so we can get it going in a diffuser. It will, again, clean and purify the air. Clove and cinnamon are so powerful for especially antiviral support. Okay. This is a great thing to do. Thinking about staying healthy, applying this topically, putting this on the bottoms of your feet and your spine just on a regular basis. This one's on our nightstand and it's just part of our evening routine. that we'll just roll it on the bottoms of our feet and our spine. Your spine is your information highway. So when we're putting our oils on our spine, your body like basically knows where it needs to go, where you need it most. And the bottoms of your feet are a great place. We can take oils up much more readily that way. And we think about like reflexology and all those things. You don't have to memorize one of those foot charts, but if you just put them on the just cover the whole foot, it's going to get in the right spot. Okay. This is another great one to have on hand for like that, especially that first sign of that you might get sick. For me, it's that first tickle in my throat. So I'll put a drop of On Guard in a shot glass and then fill the rest with water and then just shoot that down, kind of gargle with it, let it get into the crevices of your throat. And then you can even just swallow it. Okay. This is something that is completely safe to ingest. You see the AT and the I there. These are some of my favorite diffuser blends for immune support. So you can take a screenshot of this or watch the recording again, but I love to change up the diffuser. It's a great way to keep the body guessing because there's different constituents in different oils. Okay. So, and it's always fun to smell something new and fresh. So these are great ones to have on hand, but you can see there is a trend here in some of our popular ones like frankincense, lemon, lavender. You see those ones repeating quite a bit. Oregano. Oregano is like nature's most powerful antibiotic. So getting that in the diffuser. I don't really like the way it smells all by itself. It smells like you're making a pizza. But if you add oregano with like grapefruit and lemon, it smells really good. Okay, then we have something for cleaning, okay, be able to clean the home and wanting to be able to do this in a natural way. You can clean with On Guard. We have a million On Guard products. We even have a fabulous cleaner concentrate. But we have this actually came out in response to the increased awareness of our health and wellness that we had a few years ago. And so this was doTERRA's response to that. Okay, so these are all heavy hitters for bacterial and viral support. We have lime, litsea, cassia, lemon eucalyptus, tea tree, arbor vitae, a special kochii eucalyptus, cilantro, lavender, and lemon myrtle. Okay, that's a lot of oils in there. And so this works to, again, clean those toxins from the home. It's a great surface cleaner. We have it, you can get a boat in several different ways. A great way to start is to just get the oil itself and you can make your own little spray with it. Like putting, I would say like in an 8-ounce spray bottle, you can put like 20 to 25 drops of the oil in there, fill the rest with regular water and spray down your surfaces with it. It smells really good and it's very effective. Helps to fight stains and grease. This will even get like blood stains out. Or my son Charlie had a horrible, he was like sitting in a chair in his room playing a video game, completely unaware of what he was doing and like rocking on his chair and didn't know that there was a pen underneath the chair. And the whole pen exploded, of course. And so the ink was all over the carpeting, but we used a boat and it got it out. It got it out enough that you can't really, I mean, I notice because it's really annoying to me, but you wouldn't notice walking in the room. Great as an insect deterrent, great for odors. So you can I love to put like an essential oil on a cotton ball and you can tuck that in like gym bags or put it in like stinky shoes or like the back hall is where our dogs hang out. They always lay on this rug. So we like to put just spray down with some abode and it smells so much fresher. So the fascinating thing about abode, and I wanted to show this with you, this is a type of, I think it's a bacteria or a virus. I don't know, it's one or the other, I can't remember. And these Petri dishes, I just love, totally brings me right back to high school, right? The Petri dishes were so fascinating to me. And so this is without the abode oil, and they've applied that bacteria to this Petri dish and then also to this one. And so, sorry, I got kids coming home. Within 2 days, you can see this starting to develop here. Absolutely nothing happening here. You can still see where that one drop of abode oil is. Within 3 days, you're starting to see this progression. Within 4 days, this has been completely, it's starting to turn black. And you can see where that one drop of abode oil is here in 4 days, and it's protecting everything around it. This is called that zone of inhibition, okay? Absolutely nothing, no bacteria, no viruses can grow grow in around where a boat is. 5 days, 6 days, look at the huge difference here and how this has been protecting this one small area. So we use a boat a lot in the home. doTERRA has come out with a complete abode collection. So they have like a hand wash, a dish liquid. They have a surface cleaner concentrate. So you get the concentrate and then you add it to some water and spray down your surfaces, or you can just use the oil too. It's incredible, great in the diffuser. So know that your oils are going to be very affordable. Okay. They're literally pennies per dose. And so sometimes when people say, oh, I love those oils, but when I look at it or I start to, look at some of your starter kits or something like that, it seems like it's really expensive. And I always say, gosh, if you feel that way, you can't afford to not have doTERRA in your life, because once you have it, once it's in your home, it may be a little bit of an investment at first, but you will find that you are saving so much money because you have those natural tools right at your fingertips. And we're talking about 1 to 2 drops per application for any of your health concerns. So a little bit goes a long way. All of our bottles, this is like 250 drops in this one bottle. So you can't afford to not have it. Okay. And it has saved us so many times. Again, I've been using essential oils here in our home for the last 7 years. I have 3 kids. Doesn't mean that nobody ever doesn't get sick, right? It's actually good for your immune system to get sick. But I can tell you that our oils are our first line of defense. It's what we use on our, the first approach. And we've only had in the past 7 years, like 2 sick visits. Okay. So we've used our oils first. 9 times out of 10, that's going to nip things in the bud. And it seems like our kids, like when they get sick, it's never at like a normal time of day. It's always at like 11 o'clock at night or 2 in the morning, or when we're trying to go on vacation, right? Those are the times that they get sick. And so we're super thankful for our oils and being able to use them and incorporate them to be able to help with whatever issues that come up. Okay. And we'll keep diving into all those. But I wrote that it's more affordable than traditional healthcare because of the fact that there's so many things that go into the day when someone's sick, right? I mean, you have to call to make an appointment. You have to drive there. You have to sit in the waiting room. And then after in the waiting room, then they put you in a room and then you have to wait in that room. And then you have to, then they'll write you a prescription and then you have to go drop that off. And then they'll tell you it'll be ready in a half hour. And so there's so much time involved in that whole experience, right? It's exhausting. And here we're able to have those natural solutions right at your fingertips. So whatever comes up in the home, whether it's again, that pain and inflammation or trouble sleeping or digestive issues or congestion or trouble sleeping at night, whatever it may be, you have those tools. It is an incredibly powerful feeling when you're like, okay, I know I've got peppermint. Okay, let's try this first. And that's what we did in our home. We're like, okay, we're going to trust this. We're going to try this first. And so it is a little bit of a journey and a learning curve to be able to get comfortable with reaching for your essential oils. But once you do it once or twice, especially kids are so good at this. Like my kids know instantly what they need or what their friend needs. They're always trying to help them, with something natural. And so you will catch on. Okay. Some that we use when we talk about like basically saving us a ton of money. I would say lavender and peppermint. I don't know, peppermints we use a lot, but lavender is like on our order every month because we use a ton of it. This is one that is great for calming, right? Everyone knows lavender to be calming, helping with panic or overwhelm. It also helps to calm down like mind chatter. So in the evening, if you have trouble kind of like turning off your brain to be able to fall asleep, lavender is super supportive. But I'm sure that you remember that lavender is calming, but now remember that it's going to be calming for the skin. So any kind of cuts, bumps, scrapes, bruises, burns, bee stings, bug bites, anything like that, sunburns. We keep this one in the kitchen. So if anyone gets burned in the kitchen, put lavender on it immediately. Will definitely help with healing the skin a lot faster and preventing any kind of especially with like a bug bite or something like that, or a spider bite, because it's a natural antihistamine, it prevents that swelling and that itching. Okay. So it will really help to calm the skin, even a burned tongue. So if you're as anxious as I am to eat the pizza, or, the soup, whatever it is, before it cools down, you can actually put lavender right on the tongue and it will help with that burn, or the roof of the mouth. Ah, that's the worst. Right. And so, lavender is really good for that. So we love it. We have it in the diffuser pretty much all the time because it also has a wonderful calming feeling. And one of my dogs is completely obsessed with lavender. So whatever, if there's a blanket that has lavender on it or something, she will not even let you near that blanket. Like, it is her blanket. She's in love with it. So that's a great one. Again, we talk about that warm body temperature. This is great to have on hand, having your lavender and your peppermint. Lavender can be rubbed behind the neck, the ears, the feet, and then putting that one drop of peppermint on the bottoms of your feet. I also like to put that on the spine, and that will help to naturally bring down the body temperature. Okay. And again, remember that we're not ever covering up that rise in the temperature. We're actually working with our body on a cellular level to be able to bring down that temperature. Another great way to be able to use your lavender is for sleep. So some of my best sleep protocols, again, is returning to that lifelong vitality that has that 30-day money back guarantee. So helping you with your sleep. We have even like Serenity soft gels. These you can take at night to be able to help with sleep. And again, it's natural and you're not feeling groggy. I actually did a whole class on sleep. So if you want something specific, I want to dive into like everything too deep. But that's a whole nother class. I got that one for you too. So if you want to learn that one. Cedarwood I love for sleep too, because it actually helps your body to naturally produce melatonin. So it's a great way to, you don't ever want to take like a melatonin capsule because it's like a hormone. And so when you're taking melatonin, your body actually thinks that you have enough melatonin, and your body naturally, or will stop like naturally producing it. Okay. So if your body's not producing the melatonin, then you're always going to have to be like taking the melatonin. Okay. It's crazy. So don't take the melatonin, do something that will help your body to naturally produce the melatonin, something like cedarwood, or even these Serenity soft gels. The new ones coming out on October 1st actually have tart cherry juice, and tart cherry juice helps your body to naturally produce that melatonin. Okay, digestion. Again, this is another one. DigestZen has saved us a ton of money because we have a lot of sensitive stomachs around here. And so aromatically, topically, internally, this is a great one to be able to use. Remember that 80% of your immune system is in your gut. So we want to make sure that we have a good, healthy gut, that we have a good flow of digestion. And this one has helped us on so many levels, so many times, especially like with travel. This is a great one, like for car sickness, or if you're eating foods that you're not accustomed to, or maybe you're stuck going through a drive-through because you're on a road trip, something like that. DigestZen works really well. It's going to cover everything from the mouth to the cell. Okay. All you have to do is just apply it right to the stomach. Great for digestive relief, helps with acid reflux, motion sickness, even sinus pressure. So I would dilute this down with like a carrier oil, and then you massage it right into like those cheekbones, and it will help with any kind of sinus pressure. It even helped my husband with like, he had like an earache, like the pressure in his ear, and it actually relieved that pressure. So great one to have in your arsenal. Gosh, sorry about it jumping around. All right. So now we're going to talk about those 3 ways that you're going to use your oils. Okay. The first way is going to be aromatic. So aromatic is just getting them into the air. Okay, it could be, this is what a diffuser looks like right here. And you can be your own little diffuser. So you can actually just like rub it together and kind of release it into the air. You can put it on your clothes, you can put it in your hair. I love to put it on my scarf in the winter time, or like in the inside of a hat. That's a great place to do it. But there's real science behind this, okay, and how it communicates with our body. And that olfactory bulb is so important. So when we inhale, the olfactory nerves in that nasal cavity receive and they take it in. Okay, they're smelling it. Then that olfactory bulb that is sending those electrical impulses from those olfactory nerves to the limbic system of the brain. Okay. The limbic system is what is processing and releasing those neurochemicals. And this is what is directly related to like our emotions, our heart rate, our blood pressure, breathing, memory, stress, and hormone balance. Okay. So everything that we can do to be able to support that, and to be able to help to, keep those in a healthy manner is really important. So that's why diffusing has such a big impact, and it will happen within seconds. No, why will it not let me use my mouth? All right. It's jumping all over. You're seeing I don't know why it's doing this. Okay. So breathe. This is a phenomenal one. This is, and the blends are very wonderfully labeled so that exactly what they are, right? You could guess what breathe is going to do. Breathe is really helping with opening up the airways. So breathe is one that we're going to use only aromatically and topically. And I wrote it's a great marriage saver because anyone who snores, breathe is incredible. Okay, get it in the diffuser, and this will really help to open up the airways and it will help to alleviate that snoring. You can do wipe it on the bottoms of the feet or put it on the pillowcase, anything to help to relieve all of that snoring, which is so annoying, but this works really well. We're getting more oxygen to the lungs this way. So this is going to be a great pre-workout blend. I love to just massage it onto my chest. Again, one drop is all you need to be able to really just breathe better when you're working out. Stress, anxiety, it's a wonderful soother for that. It has a very calming effect. So my daughter loves to diffuse this one. She doesn't snore, but she just loves the way it feels. Okay. She feels very relaxed when it's in the diffuser. And we're supporting our lungs during seasonal changes. So if you struggle with any kind of seasonal threats, this is a great one to have. Another great one to have in the diffuser is Balance. So this is our grounding blend. It has spruce leaf and hoe wood, frankincense, blue tansy, blue chamomile, and osmanthus in it. And so all of this is helping to reduce those cortisol levels in our body. So when we're stressed, those stress hormones increase in the body. This is helping to relax, okay, helping to release that. And so it's reoxygenating our body. And so great to apply anytime, like for emotional support, if you're looking for where to put an oil, any kind of emotional issue, put it right on the heart. Makes a huge difference. Great for mood swings, hot flashes, and great for bottoms of the feet to eliminate any kind of fear. I love the way this one smells. So you can even just have this right on your nightstand. I just put it on as my very first oil of the day. And it's just helping me to kind of start it off right and not be stressed out. It's great for pets too. So this is my dog Piper, and she gets super stressed out in the car. She's like so excited for a car ride, but she gets really just overly excited. Okay. And so she's hopping all over the place. She gets gassy because she's so excited. It's a horrible thing for a road trip. It's just awful. Like and so Balance has been amazing. So this really helps her to be able to calm down and relax, enjoy the car ride. Our other dog just falls asleep right away and loves a car ride. And now Piper can too. So this was an actual like a blood cell count that they did on a dog. And so this was obviously the dog was stressed out, and you can see those cells are that cortisol, that stress hormone. What that does is it removes oxygen from our cells, and it like stresses out your cells. Think about your cells of being like a grape, okay? And when we're stressed, they turn into like raisins. And so they're not flowing through the body properly. But after 20 seconds of using Balance, those cells are reoxygenated and open back up. They're looking like grapes again, and they're flowing through the body, okay? So that's why Balance is so important for emotional support. Adaptive is another great one as we're focusing in on emotional support. We have an entire system for this, okay? So there's lavender, neroli, rosemary, wild orange, spearmint, copaiba, magnolia in here. All of these work really well for being able to help with emotional support, helping to calm the body down, but also being able to stay focused. Okay. So, like that rosemary, the wild orange, spearmint, all of those will help to kind of keep you alert and focused. But then the like lavender and the magnolia, neroli, all those help the body to naturally relax. So, it helps us to create this calm and centered mindset, helping with any kind of stressful situations. I love this. I always send my kids with adaptive for school, test taking, or in a work environment. Great with an Epsom salt bath. It smells wonderful. So this can be your own personal fragrance too. Okay. It says ATI, but like don't take the oil itself internally. The capsules are for internal use, but these ones, it comes as a roller ball, so you can apply it that way, or just the oil itself, and you can make your own roller ball too. Okay, so that was aromatic and now topical use. So you can apply your oils right to your area of concern. Okay. And when we do this, we want to be able that we're using and you've heard me talk a little bit about a carrier oil. A carrier oil is what you're going to mix your oil with. Usually the ratio is 3 to 1. Okay. 3 drops of your carrier oil to 1 drop of your essential oil. And so this will help to give your oils weight. Okay, so you can see that when we're using a carrier oil, it is keeping the oil much more, prevent it from evaporating. Okay, it's going to keep it localized for a longer period of time. So you're going to get a longer lasting benefit from it. So some great things that we're going to be applying topically. Deep Blue is probably one of our most popular basically products for any kind of pain or inflammation. This is going to help to soothe sore muscles, helping with a healthy circulation. Great for like muscle cramps, easing any kind of tension, basically anything that hurts. Deep Blue is amazing. Okay, it's available in like 3 different methods of delivery, but the oil itself is here. The rub is like a cream, and the stick is awesome. It just, you take the top off and it looks like a deodorant, and you can just apply it. So like you don't ever have to get any Deep Blue on your hands. One of my favorite products. My dad absolutely loves the stick for his knees. So he's 76. He's working retail. He's on his feet all the time. And so he loves to put this on his knees, and he doesn't ever feel like he has to sit down or lay down or anything like that. Um, Great other ones to be able to apply topically when we focus on our skin. Oregano is a great one for like skin tags and warts. Also great for immune support. Remember that I said this is one that is like nature's most powerful antibiotic. So if I have someone who just cannot kick the crud, oregano is a great one to mix again with that carrier oil and massage it right into the bottoms of the feet. Tea tree is wonderful for a healthy scalp. It also helps with like athlete's foot, healthy nail beds, and it's even a great one for cleaning. So you can use it like for cleaning showers, or like we clean our toilets with tea tree and some baking powder. And we'll just, be able to just clean like with that too. Or yeah. Okay. So internal use. Okay. How do you know if your oil is going to be taken internally? Look on the side of the bottle and you will see something that says supplemental facts. Okay, that means that it's safe to ingest. Serving size is about 1 drop. Okay, so for me, this is my bottle here or my glass, and I really only need 1 drop of lemon. Mm, it tastes so good. I love it because you're going to drink more water. It's gonna be good. And you only want to use glass or stainless steel. Okay, the lemon will actually break down plastics. So lemon is probably the one to get most comfortable with, like your first citrus oil. It will cleanse the body, helps with acid reflux. It's great for cleaning the home. It's a great produce cleaner. Helps with mental clarity. It does all the things. Okay, it gets, especially for a toxic load in the body, it's going to help to clean out. It's almost like a gentle cleanse of any kind of toxic overload, especially plastic buildup in the body. So it's one of my favorites. Frankincense is a great one. This is wonderful for, oh my gosh, I don't know, everything. We always say when in doubt, frank it out. Okay. And that's because you can use frankincense for absolutely everything, aromatically, topically, and internally here. But this is going to help to calm the emotions. It's a wonderful anti-aging tool. So I love to mix this with like my evening moisturizer, and it really helps with like healthy cell development. So when I say it helps cells to perform optimally, what it's doing is it's focusing on the body of like your healthy cells. It's encouraging your healthy cells to replicate faster. And then any kind of damaged cells, it's going to force them into apoptosis and flush them out of the system. It will ease anxiousness. It will help with any kind of aches and pains, and also really helps with focusing. Okay, I think I got them all there. I hope it didn't jump around. Yes, we are good. Okay. So circling back, we talked about like in the beginning, what are your top three health concerns? And just take for a moment to imagine what your daily life would be without those concerns. Okay, what would it feel like to just wake up and not have the pain and inflammation, or not have to worry about the struggles of sleep, or digestive issues, depression, weight concerns, energy, focus, all of these things. And a lot of times people tell me, "Gosh, I never didn't even realize how bad it was until like I don't have it anymore." And now I wake up so grateful because I didn't know that life could be like this. And I'm telling you that there's natural ways to be able to do that. So this is just a tip of the iceberg. I know I covered a lot here, and I try to cover like the biggest
Wow.
health concerns, but every single week our team teaches what's called Wellness Wednesday, and we cover everything. We cover every topic. And when you become a customer with doTERRA, you get access to all of our prior recordings, so you can watch like the last 5 years of every topic. We have a website dedicated just to education for our customers, and you can type in the search bar, if you're looking for like pregnancy or hormones or energy or sleep, you can type that in and all the recordings are available to you. Okay, so how are you going to get these in your home? Um, One awesome thing that we offer is you being able to get your oils or your products at what's called the wholesale prices. Okay, it's going to be always 25% off of the retail when you open up an account. There's no membership fee now. They completely waive this membership fee when you are connected to a person. Okay, so when you're connected to me, I send you a link. It waives that $35 membership fee. You can also get like what's called a starter kit. So starter kits are great because, and they're not required, but a kit is great because we put together basically everything that we think that you're going to need to feel completely empowered. So when it's bundled together as a kit, you're paying even a deeper discount. You're getting an even deeper discount because it's bundled together, right? You've seen stuff bundled all over the place. And whenever it's a bundle, it's going to be cheaper that way. So I'll show you really quick what are some of my favorites, but take note that you're going to get free shipping on any orders over 100 PV. PV is product value. And we've got some free gifts with any order over 100 PV. So our team is doing a special growth program. And so doTERRA has given us a special promo code that we can give to you so that you can get special gifts with your purchase. Okay. You can get free Citrus Bliss with any 100 PV order. So Citrus Bliss is like all of our citrus oils together. It's like sunshine in a bottle. So we can give you that promo code. You can get that free. You can also get a free diffuser. So if it's a 150 PV, you get free Citrus Bliss and a free diffuser. And if it's 200 PV, you get free Citrus Bliss, you get free diffuser, you get a free 5 ml of frankincense, and you get a free roller ball of adaptive. So that would all come with your order. Plus, I always make sure that you have good reference books. Okay, so you get 2 free reference books from me. One is like a spiral bound with a ton of information in it, and one is a little smaller one that has basically it's like on the go. Okay, it will cover like your top 10 and how to incorporate them. So I think it's important to have both. So those are gifts from me that will come from me, not doTERRA. So the first one is called Healthy Start, and this is a kit for 160. It has lavender, lemon, peppermint, tea tree, oregano, frankincense, deep blue, breathe, on guard, digestin, and a pebble diffuser. Okay, you can add anything to this. So if you want to add lifelong vitality to it, or you want to add coconut oil, or you liked that balance oil, whatever it may be, you can totally add to it, and you will always get 25% off of the retail. Okay. Healthy habits. This is another one that I love to talk about because it has some key essential oils in it, like On Guard. It has balance, frankincense, tangerine, lavender. But then you also get that deep blue rub for all those aches and pains. You get that lifelong vitality that we talked about in the beginning. It has digest and Terrazyme. Terrazyme is a natural enzyme that helps you break down your food so that you can absorb your nutrients better. And PB Assist is your pre and probiotic. So what that's doing is making sure that you have healthy microflora, healthy bacteria in your gut, so that there isn't any room for any bad bacteria. Okay. Here you're still getting the free Citrus Bliss, free books. You can add anything to it and completely customize it. You can customize anything. Okay. It is completely all up to you and your health and wellness. So those were starter kits that, like I said, those are like my top 2 most popular, but I also put together some of my favorites. So this is one that people have been loving. It has the lifelong vitality. It has the collagen. It has PB Assist, that's your pre and probiotic. It has lavender in a rollerball form, so it's really easy to apply to the skin. Lemon to be able to add in your water, and On Guard for immune support, and a little sanitizing mist. Okay, so On Guard comes in a sanitizing mist. You can spray your hands, you can spray surfaces, you can do all those things. So that one's $256, and that, you get the free books, a free diffuser, a free frankincense, a free Citrus Bliss, and free adaptive. It's really crazy. I'm loving our promo code. And this is another one. So this one's $150, where maybe you're like, you know what? I don't know if I need all those oils yet, but I would love to get started on the lifelong vitality pack and that collagen. That sounds amazing. So this is $150 for these, and you'll get that free Citrus Bliss with it. And again, you could add anything to this. Okay, these are just some of my favorites. Or maybe you do want to just dive into oils. So you can use, this is just $104. You get lemon, On Guard, balance, lavender, and the On Guard sanitizing mist. I think that's so important to everybody to have on hand, because it's a great way to naturally sanitize your hands without destroying and getting rid of any of the good bacteria that our body has. And here you get that free Citrus Bliss, and you get those free reference books. What you can expect from us. So you get continuous support. Okay. I'm your oil girl. I am with you every step of the way of your wellness journey. You get a welcome packet from me that has the books, some samples of my favorite products. You get folded into our private Facebook group, where it has all information on our classes. And again, you get access to that website too, that has all those recordings. You get a personal wellness consult. So we get 30 minutes of just talking through any of the products that you picked out, and being able to walk through and making sure that you know how to use them in your daily routine. You will have an account, so you can log into doTERRA right to the website. As soon as you log in with your username and password, it will unlock those wholesale prices. So you will instantly get 25% off of the retail. And again, remember that free continuing education. So every single week, our team is teaching Wellness Wednesdays, which is so much fun. We have different teachers every single week, and you can tune in or catch those recordings. And just remember that these are those promos again. So that's our promo code. I can definitely send you, basically how it works is you let me know what you're interested in, and I can send you a customized shopping cart link. 100 PV order gets you that free Citrus Bliss. 200 PV order gets you a free diffuser, free frankincense, free Citrus Bliss, free adaptive. And for the month of September, if you want to get started, we've got 3 days left. I'm giving personally, this would come with your welcome packet, is one of those deep blue sticks. Okay, that's a $27 value, and that would be coming to you free with your reference books of getting that deep blue. And the stick is great because, again, it's super easy to apply. So I think that is everything. Oh, I love to end my class with this. So Hippocrates said the greatest medicine of all is teaching people how not to need it. And, that's not to say that we're never going to be using medicine. It's a wonderful thing, but I think it's very important to be conscious of the opportunity of integrative medicine. Okay. Let this be your first line of defense, because it's something natural and something that speaks to our body. And then you take your next step. But it's been a really empowering feeling for us and for our home. So let me see where we're at here. Does anyone have any questions? Did I cover everything? Okay, Catherine says, when you're ingesting the oils, are there regulations or recommendations, or like how often you can use? Yeah, there are, really good question, because internal use is kind of, that's something you need to figure out, because it might be something new that you're doing, right? And so you would have to consume like 24 to 30 drops a day for it to be too much. Okay. I can tell you that we're probably somewhere between maybe 6 to 8 drops in a day. So at the most. So like I said, in here, when I'm drinking that, I just need 1 drop is all I need. So, but I do have a great like usage guide for like internal use, and doTERRA actually has a phenomenal ebook that is all about ingesting your oils. So, and Catherine, you are going to get the door prize. So I'll connect with you on what you would like to be able to try for your rollerball and make that happen. Anything else?
To place an order, do we contact you through email, or how does that get started?
Yeah, either way, Betty. So I can, we can do a phone call. You can email me. I can send you, if you tell me like what you're interested in, I can send you a link. Basically, it's like a shopping cart.
So we order online then. It's not,
Yes.
That you place the order for us. We order online.
Right. I send you a link.
Okay.
And the link will go, I send you a link, and then it's basically a shopping cart. And then you just fill in your information. Okay. And you can add to it or delete it, however whatever you want to do to that shopping cart. But there's no requirements from doTERRA of how much you have to spend or anything like that. There's no quotas. There's no requirements on you. Like you don't have to spend a certain amount or anything like that. Like it's totally, and that's why I love to teach on it, because it's totally up to you. You are in complete control of your health and wellness, and there's no requirements of you have to spend, so much, or they, you lose your account or something like that. Like they are so supportive. It's incredible.
Is that when an account is established? Is when an order is placed?
Right. Your first order instantly gives you that free wholesale account. So you'll place that, that first order that gives you that wholesale account, and then you'll be able to log in with your, basically your email and your password, and you can search the site and, order whatever you want, whenever you want, and it gets shipped right to your door. So.
Okay.
Pretty awesome. Yeah. So just let me know what you're interested in, and we can get started. And like I said, this is a great time to take advantage of that extra bonus of that deep blue stick. So you get a lot of freebies. It's pretty awesome.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Anybody else? All right. Well, you know where to find me. I will also send out the recording too. So I know it was a lot to cover. It was a good, healthy, chunky 1-hour class. But I'm always here. So obviously I love to talk about it all the time. All right. Okay. Have a good night.
Good night.